Okay class, so today we are going to start off by playing a game on the computer called Republia Times. So I will put you in groups of 2 and you will have 8-ish minutes to play this game together. You two. Okay, now that everybody has finished playing Republia Times, let's talk about it a little bit. So yesterday, we finished class with an online debate about the pros and cons of students using social media. Today, we are going to build on that idea. Does anybody know what kind of argument a debate is? Yes, it's persuasion. Good job. So yesterday, we were using persuasion to try and convince the other team that you were right and they were wrong. When you played Republia Times just before this, in that game, what were you doing? That's exactly it. Trying to get as many people as possible to read your newspaper. And how did you do that exactly? Yep, you published interesting articles and persuaded people to read. So today, we're going to go over the components of writing a good persuasion essay. As you graduate from high school and continue on to your university studies and keep speaking English, these persuasion skills will be very helpful when it comes to getting your ideas across. So today we're going to lay that foundation for those essays you will one day write, hopefully. So to begin today, I'm going to pass out 2 pieces of paper. One is persuasive words and phrases. These will be useful to add to your toolbox for items you can use when you write essays. And the second one is what we'll go over, is a persuasion map planning sheet. We will go over each section together. So now that we've gone over this information, let's talk a little bit about theses and writing good theses. So to write a good thesis, it needs to be non-debatable. So what does that mean? It means you should avoid should, the word should, like you should listen to your teacher, which you should, but ignore that in the thesis. Opinions, so I think Skittles are better than M&Ms. Or vague ideas, so something that's not concrete and facts. So a good non-debatable example is pollution is bad for the environment. Okay? Does anybody have any examples we could think of for non-debatable theses? Yeah. Okay, that's a good idea. Anybody else? That's perfect. Nice job. How about one more? How about a good bad example? That's right. That's a good idea. Okay, that's an opinion. So, now that we have talked about this, let's go ahead and get into our next activity. So, I'm going to put you in groups of 4. And together, you will create a modified outline for a persuasive essay on a topic, which I will give you. I want you to make sure you include a good, solid thesis on your opinion. Only 2 main reasons instead of 3. 2 facts and examples for each main paragraph, so 4 examples total, and a conclusion, a strong conclusion statement. So, together you will type out this on the Google Drive, and we'll save it so we can all access it together. Let's pair you up. Nice job. So, now that we've had a bit of time to write and think and everybody is finished, I would like each group of 4 to find a group of 4 to pair up with. Okay? So now, you will exchange outlines. So this group will read this group's outline, and this group will read this group's outline. Now each person in your group will read that outline individually and take notes about what you thought is good, what you thought needs improvement. If you notice any errors in writing or in syntax, go ahead and correct those as well. And after all 4 of you students in the group have read and noted the outline, you will come together and see if your ideas match with what can be changed and what's really good, and just solidify your feedback to the other group. Finally, once everybody has done that, you will meet with your groups, both groups will meet, and talk about the feedback you've given. All of this work should be saved in the Google Drive because we'll work on it in a later class. So just today, you will edit, solidify feedback, and exchange. Perfect. So for the remainder of the class period, we'll be working on the final part of our lesson today. So I'm going to hand out 3 different persuasive essays. In these 3 essays, you'll work on them individually. Your goal is to highlight the key information, take notes, and find definitions to any words you do not know in case you need to. After you've read through these 3 texts, which will all be different, you will write a short paragraph about what it's about, your findings, and your ideas or opinions on the piece. If it's a good persuasive essay, if it's a little weak, what could use improvement. And these paragraphs must be 5 sentences each. So 3 paragraphs of 5 sentences long. Any work that is not completed before the end of this class period will be done as homework, and we will start with that on the next class period.